Hey everyone, happy Pride still, because it is
Yes.
still Pride. Welcome to Queerly
Yes.
Recommended, the podcast where we recommend queer books, films, TV shows, and more. I'm Tara Scott, and I review sapphic fiction at the Lesbian Review and Smart Bitches Trashy Books. And this week, I am recommending another recently released sapphic romance.
And I'm Kris Bryant, a contemporary romance writer for Bold Strokes Books. And this week I'm recommending a show that's currently on Netflix, but I believe it dropped on Hulu originally.
Nice. All right,
Oh,
Kris, it's been 2 weeks. What's
it has
new with
been.
you? How has your Pride Month been in uh where you are?
In
Kansas
Kansas
City. That's
City.
the place.
It's
Because didn't your pride happen between
Yes, it happened. So that's where I can't really say that because yes,
someone?
so I went to Pride and I just love it so much. I really
Hmm.
love the love. And there was like no incidents. It's just
Wonderful.
nothing happened. Like no cops, nothing, nobody got
Nice.
arrested. It was really nice. I stayed there for about 5 hours and I actually
Hmm.
passed out books.
Oh, so you didn't have to do a table this year?
I didn't do a table. I just grabbed a
Oh,
handful of
you just
books.
got to be an
I
attendee.
did.
What was that like?
So I walk in, I have my like I have these little Kris Bryant what do you call it? Like little backpacks.
Hmm.
So they're like, I'm sorry, you can't go in with that backpack. I go, it's just books. They're like, you can't go in with a backpack. It has to be clear. I'm like, fine. So I take out the books and I put them on the table and I take my bag and I shove it in my pocket and I just carry my books in. And then I go to the first table and I take my bag out and I put my books in the bag and then I keep going on my merry way.
Yeah,
So,
because we're taking care of our backs.
yes. So I passed out probably like 10 books. And just up
Nice.
to random people, hi, like, do you like reading? Because that's always a good one. You always have to start with the
Hmm.
do you read books? Do you like to read? You know,
Yes.
and I'm sure everybody's like real hesitant to answer me, like, why is she here? Why is she right in front of me? But I don't know. So
Hmm.
hopefully they got to enjoy some books. It was a good time. I had a good time.
That's amazing.
And I even went to Sidekicks, which is a like the only gay bar in Kansas City, really. You know, we have like Hamburger Mary's, which I think a lot
Mm.
of people
That's where the
know
drag queens
that.
perform.
Yes, yes. So there are a few places, but not that I go to all the time.
Hmm.
So I got to be like super queer for a long time. Oh, I did go to Woody's and talk to some gay men who were dressed like superbly. I absolutely loved what they were wearing. So we talked about shoes and
What is
clothing and
Woody's?
Woody's is also it's just a strictly a watering hole, like
Oh, okay.
just drinks only.
Yep.
So that was a lot of fun.
Is that what watering hole means?
I don't know, works for me. I know watering hole is like a rundown little bar. Let's look it up.
I'm choosing to believe that that's what it means.
I think so too. I mean, I'm stalling because I'm typing it in right now. Typing. Watering hole. Here we go. Oh, see, that's stupid. Now it's bringing me to a business called the Watering Hole.
Oh, no, thank you. Watering hole
So,
definition?
yeah. Yeah. So it says in slang, a watering hole refers to a bar, pub, or tavern where people gather to drink, socialize, and unwind.
Hmm.
That's what I did.
Hmm.
That's what I did.
Very good.
So yeah, so it's been gay all month long, which is nice, but
Hmm.
I still have to work, so I don't get to do all the fun stuff, but I've done a lot of
Rude.
fun stuff and I'm happy. So that's good.
Good.
So
That's
one of the
exciting.
things I'm doing because it is Pride is I kind of it was an interesting interaction on Threads. So there is a local bookstore here. It's absolutely charming and it's called the
Mm.
Smitten Booktique. Okay.
Is it like a romance
It's
only
only
bookstore?
romance.
We have
Yes.
one too, and I haven't been yet, but I
Oh.
need to go.
Well, so it just so happens I reached out and I said, "Hey, do you promote Sapphic?" And Kara, who is in charge of it, and I believe that might even be her business, she's like, absolutely yes. And so she asked if I wanted to go in and do a signing. And I'm like, yes, yes, I do. Very much so.
Is it coming
So
up?
it's coming up. It's a Saturday. So it's going to be after the podcast. I mean, it'll be before the podcast drops. So
All right. But if you live in the Kansas City area, you should go check
Yeah,
this
hit the
store out
book.
because they're
Yeah.
supporting our community. That's
Right.
amazing.
That's exactly my thought. It's like it's
Hmm.
really hard to get an in-person anywhere at any bookstore because,
Yes.
I mean, I still live in a red state. Sure, Kansas City is blue, but
Hmm.
I don't want to die. And I have reached out. There have been a few bookstores that I've kind of like stumbled into, and I was like, oh, this is really cute. Hey, I'm a local writer. And they're like, yeah, and that's it. So nothing. So Kara
Hmm.
has been absolutely sweet and did a little write-up thing so I could post it on all the socials.
Oh my God, I love
Yes.
that.
And then Tony did one too. And so I've been posting on the socials and I'll have to do a reminder like on Friday or something that I'm going to be at this place. So I really
That's
hope that people
so
show
good.
up. I'm so nervous. Like
You
that's
just
always my
reminded me
thing.
of a thing that I don't know, this may or may not be a tip for some people, but there are romance only bookstores like popping up
Yes.
in all kinds of communities. And when I checked out the one in Calgary, there are certain books that I think I've said before, like there are certain books that like are on my I will cry if Kindle explodes and no longer exists and I don't have access to all my books anymore. So I need physical copies of them.
Hmm.
And I looked on their website and they don't there are some books that are on that list that I haven't acquired yet. And while they don't necessarily have them in store, they do have the ability for you to order them through the store. So
Hmm.
if you want to get
That's
physical
nice.
books, you don't want to get them from Amazon or from Barnes and Noble or any of the large chain
Right.
stores, maybe look and see if your local romance bookstore is able to order for you and have them come in. It's
Mhm.
going to end up being the same price, and you're supporting a local business
Right.
that is supporting sapphic fiction.
Yes. Yes. So I'm
Hmm.
really excited about that. So that happens. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to wear. But that's like a whole
Something.
thing. Fuck.
Yay.
Depends if I can
It's
get,
Pride Month.
there's
What's
a
your gayest
right.
shirt?
Oh my gosh, I have a shirt that's navy blue, short sleeve, collared, button down, and it has rainbows on it. Little
Oh,
tiny
yeah. And don't you
rainbows.
have
Super
docs?
cute. Oh yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
could go at this super gay,
Yeah.
but also I can go at this as, I don't know, librarianish, wear my glasses, wear like a yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Okay, what about super gay librarian?
super gay librarian.
I don't know what that means. I just
I
like
don't
the
know.
idea of putting the two together.
Yeah, I'm trying to
More
think,
is
what do
more.
I have to wear that would look good and but yet also be serious, but also gay. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I don't know. I'll have to think about this. Like,
Hmm.
me, I'll panic Friday night. Like, what am I going to wear? Oh, I need to do all this laundry and like, so anyway, it's 11 to 4.
Yeah.
I have time. I'll probably, do what I normally do and wear something black and nice
Hmm.
pair of pants or jeans, and then I'll for sure wear my docs.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Let me show you how queer I am, and I'll have my velvet docs. Come on. Should I wear purple or silver? I think I'm gonna go with silver.
Yeah, with your blue shirt.
Yeah, if I could do the
Yeah.
blue shirt. Yeah. We'll see how
Yeah.
it goes. We'll
That
see
would
how
go
I
well.
feel. We'll see.
Hmm. This is exciting. I'm so excited for
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Thank you. And because of you, I
Hmm.
had my mammogram.
Yay!
And
Flatten your
all
boobies. Get photos
I
taken by
know,
professionals when they're smashed. It's
touch me.
important.
So it all turned out fine. Like it turned out okay. So that
Good.
was good. So I'm good for a year. So yay. So
Yeah,
this is your reminder to go get your mammogram if you haven't done it yet this year. Do it.
absolutely. Early detection is so,
Yep.
so, so
Yep.
important. I have an aunt who had breast cancer. I don't know how long ago. Doesn't matter. Maybe a decade. And I was talking to her about it, and she said it would not have been detectable via a self exam. It was only because of a
Oh,
mammogram, and she was able to catch it very early.
nice.
And she's still going now at 79 and doing amazing. So
Yay.
get them checked. You're worth
Hmm.
it.
Right. And it's not even that bad. It's like 10 minutes max. And they're very, discreet and professional.
Just for clarity, the part where they're squished is not 10 minutes. The whole process
No,
is
yeah, the
10
whole
minutes from beginning
process
to
from,
end. The
yeah, from
squish is
super fast.
like
They
30
squish you
seconds.
twice on each side unless you go for the dense one. But
I
yeah,
get.
I
Wait,
know.
what do you mean if you get the dense one. Do they squish them more? Because I have,
Um,
at the risk of TMI,
Longer?
I have dense breast
I don't
tissue,
know.
but what they do is they squish them twice,
Hmm.
but then I just have to go for an ultrasound.
This is the first year that they haven't done that to me, and I
Mm,
don't know what they did before. I just remembered that I had the same issue, the dense tissues, and they had to do
yeah.
something. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
I
But
mean, thankfully the ultrasound isn't long. The only thing that
yeah.
the other thing that happened, so the first time I got it, I wasn't thinking anything of it. The second time I went for it, I forgot that it takes a long time to do the ultrasound. Like I just purely
Oh.
forgot. It had been a year. And I was like, why is she taking so long? Is
Oh,
something wrong? Something's
oh no. No. That's
No,
terrible.
nothing was wrong. She was doing her job. She was thorough. She did great. Good for her.
Nice.
Hmm.
Just so everybody knows, and most people do,
Yeah.
World Cup is happening in my city right now.
World Cup? What's
Yes,
that?
I know. So here's something.
Yeah.
Messi played. He played last night. So this was last night. He scored 3 goals.
Good.
So I know, I
I
know,
think.
I know
I don't
shit about
know.
soccer. I don't know.
I don't know anything about soccer, so I don't know what team he plays
I
for.
know.
I don't. I've recognized the name. I've heard the name. I don't know his first
Yes.
name.
I
So,
don't even think that I know his first name. It's one of those if somebody said, I'd be like, oh yeah, him. I know it's Messi. And
mhm.
everybody on earth loves him. It was kind of exciting to watch it on TV though, because I live less than 3 miles from the stadium. So I thought that traffic was going to kick my ass because I am 3 miles from the stadium. So I actually left and I left work at lunchtime and I worked from home in the afternoon because I was afraid I was going to get stuck in World Cup traffic. Turns out
Oh yeah.
Kansas City has it under control. It was no big deal. So anyway, I decide last night that I had to go get some things at CVS.
Hmm.
And I am bagging out in my house pants, my ratty t-shirt. I put on my
Sure.
Crocs because I need to get what I needed. I needed to go get my meds last night. So I'm like,
So the opposite of what you're wearing to Smitten
right,
Booktique. Hmm.
exactly. So, but I don't care. It's like, it's
No,
CVS. I'm in, I'm out, no big deal.
no.
So I go and I get my meds, and all of Argentina walks into the CVS.
Oh my
All of
God.
Argentina walks in, and I'm like, I am not representing well right now. All these like young men
Beautiful.
wearing like the messy jerseys, and they like CVS like has so much World Cup stuff, cups,
Hmm.
hats, jerseys, not even jerseys, I don't know what they're called. Is it a jersey? Soccer jersey? Yeah, maybe.
I
I don't
think
know.
so.
So it was just packed, and I'm just thinking I really failed my community. I failed my city by showing up like I rolled out of bed because I did, because I forgot my meds and I needed
Hmm.
them. And so sadly, I met all of Argentina and I was not looking my greatest.
Listen, we're all
I
just trying
know.
to live right now. It's their fault for
This is
coming to
true.
your CVS. They should have known. Kris
They should have
Bryant
known.
needs her
It's
meds.
just right. And I thought, oh, I'll just get in and out. Like I can go unnoticed in and out, no big deal. No, no, all of
Hmm.
them, the whole place packed.
Hmm.
And I was there first. Like literally, there was nobody in the store, and I'm like,
Yeah, it's your
yes, in and
store.
out. And then probably like 30 kids come in. I say kids, young adults come in, and I'm just like, great, fantastic, this is amazing. So anyway, and then I have another story for everybody, and everybody's going to be excited for me. So
Okay.
we all know I'm not a morning person. Maybe we
Hmm.
don't know that, but I'm not a morning person. I am a
I
night
did
owl.
not know that, but I feel closer to
Oh,
you now because
yes.
I'm also not a morning person.
I'm not at all. Like
Nope.
Deb can just jump up and have at it. And I'm like, abso-fucking-lutely not. I need at least 15 more minutes to sit here and wake up. That's what I do. I
Oh.
try to convince myself that I'm going to fall asleep and I'm going to get 15 minutes of solid sleep and it's going to be great. It's just
Hmm.
I'm
And it will
prolonging the
change
inevitable. Yes,
everything.
which
It will
I'm
change the
ridiculous.
course of your day.
Hmm. So I am sitting there. No, I'm laying there and I'm just like, I don't want to get up. And all of a sudden I hear this, oh my God. like real loud. I'm like, what? You gotta come here real quick. There's a kitten out here, right?
There's a new cat in the mix?
So I am like running. I'm in my boxers, my t-shirt, just running. And
Mm-hmm.
I open up the door and I'm looking, and there is this tiny kitten. Kitten could not be more than 4 weeks old.
Oh,
Like something definitely
buddy.
happened. And spicy, very spicy. So I'm like, come here, baby. And it takes off running. It goes under the deck. So for the
Oh
last
no.
3 days, I have been trying to get this kitten to love me.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I find it in the flowers curled up. It's so fucking cute. It
Now,
does have an injury right on the forehead.
oh, buddy,
I know.
important question.
Mm-hmm.
Given it's so teeny weeny tiny,
Mm-hmm.
are you gonna adopt this cat? Is it gonna become your cat?
If I can get it, if I can catch it and it wants to come to me, I'm trying to befriend it right now.
Mm-hmm.
The answer is yes. Yes, for sure.
Amazing. Because Orange Kitty, Black Kitty, I understand. It's like they're kind of your cats, and they're
But
also
not from
kind of their own
beginning.
cats.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like I suppose it's more, is it more like they're your cat friends? Like your cat best friends? Like they come in
Yeah, cat best
regularly.
friends. Yeah, they come in the mornings, they
Hmm.
eat, and then they sleep for like 16 hours. And then
And
I
then they
come
go out and hunt
home.
at night.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. And they come
Wait,
in the mornings. Yeah.
isn't that kind of ideal? Because then you don't have to deal with
Yes.
their bullshit in the middle of the night.
Yes. It wasn't an option. It was not an option. It was like they have to sleep outside. And I was like,
Hmm.
really? And I was told that they have to stay outside because Orange Kitty likes to get up on the headboard. That's a cloth.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolute as the lightest sleeper in North America, just the idea of that gives me
Yeah.
stress. No, thank you.
Yes. But Deb was out for like 4 days because she was when she was watching her son's dogs.
Mhm.
So she was gone. And so I'm like, come on, Black Kitty. So Black Kitty sleeps with me when Debbie's not here. Yay. I know.
Black Kitty is
Yay.
such a suck for you. Oh my
I
God. It's
know.
your
And let me tell you,
baby. Your
I,
gigantic baby.
yes,
How big is
I,
it? Is he again? Like, do you know roughly how much he weighs?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
I
I don't
just love
know.
the idea that you have a cat that is probably much larger than
The
my
average cat.
furry son. No, I'm thinking about my dogs. Like Ember is I think she was recently weighed at 21 pounds. So she's lost some weight. Getting a brother has slimmed her down a little
Oh
bit.
yeah.
But he's maybe
Mm.
we got to get him weighed, but he's like maybe 10 pounds and he's close to full size.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I highly recommend Small Dog and Smaller Dog. It's amazing.
So my thing is like I after I go on vacation this fall,
Yeah.
there has been talks of getting a dog.
What kind of
Oh.
dog? A rescue dog?
Oh, for
Any
sure.
any rescue dog that
Any
speaks to your
rescue
heart?
dog, yes. So I made the mistake of actually going on Pet Finder and seeing what was local, and the local
But like, are you thinking small dog, big dog?
medium, medium. I
Okay.
want to do bigger than Molly,
Yeah.
but not too big to where I can't pick them
Lift it.
up. Yeah, if they're hurt. That's
Yeah.
always been my go-to. It's like Debbie was always like,
Yes.
"How come we don't have a big dog?" And then Molly got hurt, and I'm like, "This is why we don't have a big dog because we have to
Yeah.
be able to carry." And Molly was a
Can you do
good,
squats all day, every
yes,
day?
15 pounds. You know, actually, we kept her weight at exactly 14 pounds.
Cute.
So, yeah, so we had to
Cute.
keep her for her own, for her health and, for our health
Yeah.
too, because she couldn't walk. So it
Hmm.
was a strain on her back, really. So that's that. There's talks into that, but I mean, this kitten kind of throws everything for a loop. Like, if this kitten actually like
Hmm.
starts to love me. So I go all out and I'm like, I take one of the little cat houses that we have on the patio and I put it in the shed. We put a safe space in the shed.
Okay.
We opened it a little bit so the cat can go in there and I have water
Hmm.
and food. I have to pick the food up because we have possums and raccoons. And I had a raccoon that tried
Yes.
to fight me the other night. I'm like,
Wait,
sir.
tell me more about this because yep, tell me more about this.
So this raccoon was probably a good solid 30 pounds. This
Oh no.
this he was a chunky dude and
Uh-huh.
it was funny, he was looking at me and eating, like feeding himself, eating. And
Hmm.
I'm like, "Hey, that's not yours." And I open up the door. He does not move. He eats some more. And then I shoo him away. He goes down the stairs and goes underneath the deck. So I pick up the food and I bring it inside. And then he comes up the stairs and he's looking at me and he's like
He
dipping his
knocks on the
paws
door.
and he's washing his hands in the water out there.
What?
Yeah, so whenever the water's dirty, I'm like, God damn, the raccoon's here. So, oh yeah, I was gonna send you a picture of it. But I will say this. So, Mumford, he's the vanilla orangey cat. I call him Mumford. He's very wild. He
Wait, there's
comes up for
another
food.
orange cat?
Yeah, he's like orange vanilla. He's more vanilla than orange,
Okay.
but he has orange.
Okay.
And he actually came straight up to the door because I had to bring the food in
Oh yeah.
because fucking raccoons there. So I had to bring the food in, and Mumford's at the door, like, "I'm sorry, could I please have some more pudding?" Just like he comes up, so then I give him
Hmm.
food. But let me tell you, these raccoons are massive. So I'm gonna send you a picture of this raccoon if I can find it, because you're gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, what a big beast!" And the answer is yes, yes, it was. So, but I'll have to send it to you later because we're still
Okay.
doing this podcast.
Yes, we are.
So anyway, so we're starting to call it Scamp because Debbie's always like, "Oh, he scampered off there. They scampered off here and curled up in the flowers." And he's actually so tiny. And I don't know, like, I tried to feed it milk with an eyedropper, try to get close enough. Like, "Here's
Yeah.
milk. Can you smell it?" I drop a few drops and, he's running off. So he scampers off.
Yeah.
So it's real hard. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to like traumatize it by trying to capture it, but at the same time, it took Black Kitty, about a year and a half before he learned to love me. And now he like would,
Yeah.
he beats me to the couch just so he can like get on top of my chest and like purr, purr, purr and like knead on me.
But Black Kitty was also able to defend
Right,
himself.
right.
Do you think if you called either a vet or animal control that they might have tips for you?
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm sure everybody wants me to capture her, and bring
M-
it in and have
yeah.
it, but it's spicy.
Mostly because I wonder, are they able to are they able to feed themselves? Like, if they're that
So,
tiny, are they eating?
so, so I, of course, go and get the tiny kitten food. So I have kitten
Hmm.
food. Then I have the stuff called churro. It's a paste for cats.
Oh, okay.
So, and then I have the fancy feast pate things. And then I have the
Okay.
gravy. I mean, trust me, I have tried everything with this kitten. I mean, this kitten is probably, I would say, from tail to nose, maybe 8 inches,
Oh
9.
my
It is very
God.
tiny. It was weaned too soon. So
Yeah.
something happened to this mama,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden we have this gray kitten in the yard. So
And it's
none of,
gray?
yeah, it's gray. It is so
Oh.
young that the eyes are still the greeny blue color.
Oh.
So, and that changes
Mm-hmm.
later,
I hope
usually
it makes it.
I hope so. I'm doing everything I can to,
Yeah.
I have beds everywhere. I have threatened the cats. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, "Do not fuck with this kitten, like, at all."
Mm-hmm.
But it's been here now for 4 days. And
Wow.
yeah, and is eating, but it eats such a small little, tiny little portion,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like a big person and I'm like, "Here, have this whole entire, like, whatever." And so I did have little bits of chicken. I had chicken breast cut up.
Mm-hmm.
And so I soaked it and just to make it softer, and then I cut it up to little tiny pieces. And he did
Mm-hmm.
eat some of that. But I want to get him
Good.
the good nutrition,
Yeah,
that
it's getting some
kittens need.
calories.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to. So the churro stuff is just like a liquid
Mm-hmm.
crack for cats because Orange Kitty and Black Kitty are like, yes, and I'm like, it's not for you, and they're like, come on, I'm like, nope, nope, you're all a little chunky. We're gonna take a step back from the candy. So
Hmm.
I put it out on a plate for the little kitten, but the kitten hasn't learned that when I come out to put food or water, it runs away. It doesn't come back. It doesn't know to come back
Mm.
once I leave. So we're working that out.
Yeah.
We're working it out. So, oh my goodness, that is enough about me.
You have
What
had a
about
big
you?
2 weeks.
I
All right.
know.
So for me, it's not a mammogram, but I'm going on Friday for my twice a year getting my eyeballs blasted to check on that freckle. Remember how I have a freckle on my
Oh yes.
eyeball? It's time.
Yes. It is
It's
time.
time to check on the freckle on my eyeball. Even though it's at the opposite end of the city, bless Neil, he always drives me in case that much light directly into my eyeball provokes a migraine, which I appreciate. And I also appreciate that they don't do the ultrasound anymore as long as it's
Oh yeah,
flat.
you were saying that, yeah.
Thank God. I was talking to my boss today and I said, I've given birth twice and it's the single most horrifying medical procedure I've had in my life. Because there's just something about, the gel on the wand on your open eyeball. And like if somebody
Uh,
said, choose, you need to get a
mm,
mammogram or an eyeball ultrasound today, I would say mammogram.
mammogram. Oh
The
yeah,
part I
same.
didn't tell her, if I was told you need to get, I didn't say this to my boss. I was like, if you need to get a pap smear or an ultrasound on your eyeball, I would choose the pap smear.
Really? Mm,
Yes, absolutely.
mm.
Absolutely.
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
I think it's a body horror thing in the sense that like nothing
Same.
is supposed to touch my eyeball.
Well, I wear contacts, so everything goes into my eyeball.
Oh, no. I did wear contacts for a while, but I didn't love them. They never, I don't know. I have an astigmatism, and so it's not like there's a lot of options. So, no, fuck that. But yeah, I'm getting my eyeballs blasted, checking in on my little freckle. I should name it because it's so inconvenient. I can't remember if I think I talked about gardening a little bit last time, but I am about halfway through the grand unfucking of the flower beds. It was way too stressful last year to do any kind of gardening. I just didn't care about it because like everything was on fire at work. It's so much better. Oh my God. Also, it's
Good.
so much better at work. Work is amazing. I got a new boss a couple months ago who I just adore her. She's so good.
Nice.
I worked with her at another company like pretty regularly. Like I work directly with her. And
Hmm.
she's just so good. It's so nice to work
I
with
love
people who
that.
are masters of their own craft. They respect that you know your craft. And today she was like, I feel like I'm not giving you much attention. Do you need much from me? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I just need you to tell me if you ever feel like I'm off track and like remove blockers from me. But like, it's so good. And I think because
Nice.
things have calmed down and it's so good at work, it's like my interest in other things has sort of come back. And so
Yay.
I got one of the front flower beds fully. We did there's one that runs all along the side of our house.
Hmm.
That one is fully done. And last week I maybe got a little bit high
Mm.
and I went on a website for a local business. So it's a local online business for plants. So you can't actually go in person to pick them out, but I was like,
Oh,
I'm gonna try it out. And I did not at all do it from the perspective of like it needs to be perfect, it needs to be balanced. Who cares? This is for fun. So
yeah.
I was just choosing like I want to try one of those ones and I want to try three of those ones and I want to try two of this one. And it didn't matter if I was like, it's pretty. I like the colors. So it's all getting delivered on Friday. So I'm excited
Yay.
to. That was why I had to do the one along the house because that's where there's the most. Like I prefer to buy perennials and those are the flowers that are
Oh
supposed
yeah.
to come back every year
Hmm.
because I want to see what comes back year over year. And it turns out there's a lot that I planted 4 or 5 years ago that like it's run its course, it's not coming back. And so
Oh
let's
really?
plant some
Hmm.
new stuff. And my daylilies though are going strong.
Yes. Lilies are like they are fighters. They are perennial fighters, and
Yep,
every year they're beautiful. I have tiger
absolute killers.
lilies. I have surprise lilies. I have a lot of lilies.
I only have daylilies at this point. There was a lily that I wanted to get, so I almost got black lilies because they're so
Ooh.
cool. But they
Mm.
also were like twice as expensive as everything else. And I was trying to stay within a budget. So
Oh.
we're not doing more lilies this year. But I do love that some of the ones that come back, I forget what the name of the one was that I got, these like beautiful bright orange ones. But there's these
Mm.
other ones that they're kind of almost black with like a light, like a chartreuse kind of in the middle.
Mm.
And they're called Nosferatu. So I bought those purely for the name, and they've been so
Right.
fun to see year over year.
I love it.
So that's been really, really good. And then the other piece of news, if you can believe it, my oldest has finished middle school and is
S-
starting high school
Stop it.
in the
Absolutely stop
fall.
it. No.
They
No.
did their final concerts. This is the kid, you remember they taught themselves how to play the French horn last summer
Yes.
and joined the band and had an incredible experience with that. And yeah, there's still like a week left. Everything is sort of kind of finishing up and doing
Mhm.
provincial test exams and whatever. But yeah, it's a big
Amazing. That's
milestone.
high school.
I kind
No,
of
they
can't
were
believe I'm gonna have a
no.
high schooler.
Oh,
And
no.
well, technically they could go get their learner's permit now. Thankfully, they're
No
not, and they're
desire.
not interested. I think they're waiting until they're 16. Like in Alberta,
Uh,
you can get it at 14, but I think most people get
Same.
it at 16. I think it's mostly for the farmers' kids out in
Yes,
the
same. Hello, farmland.
hmm
Middle of
We
the
are not
country.
we are not in the country. We are in a suburb. So
Same.
you don't need to do that. So that's some pretty big news is
That's
that that kid
very
is,
big
I
news.
know.
Like I'm still floored.
Yeah, this kid is now like 5 inches taller than me.
That's amazing. Well, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Well, I know, not hard to do. And I married somebody much taller than me, but and just a really good kid. Like a really, really
That's so
good,
sweet.
sweet, smart, curious kid. So I'm a
Oh, I bet.
very, very proud mama
Oh,
right now. So
I know that's so great.
yeah. All right. So what have you been reading or watching lately? What's going on?
So, I want to talk about a show on Netflix. It's a documentary and it's called Maternal Instinct. And holy shit, oh my gosh, don't watch it ever. It's terrifying.
Why do I have a feeling that Chelsea Cameron was talking about this on Blue Sky earlier this week?
Ooh, because she probably was. So,
Okay.
so plug your ears if you want to watch it because I'm about to unload.
All right, go.
Okay. Okay. So this unhinged woman, and I'm going to say that because it is fitting. I know we don't like to put labels,
Sure.
but very unhinged. She pretends she's pregnant
That is the
and
one. That is what
yes,
Chelsea Cameron was
yes,
talking about. Yes.
yes.
Okay.
So she lies, she hooks up with this guy and this poor kid, like there's a lot going on. I have feelings about
hmm
that, but that's not what this is
hmm
about. So she ends up like she pretends that she's pregnant. Then her boyfriend is just like, oh, she never lets me touch her. And she stays in the bathroom for hours every night when I get home. And she's like, it's the whole thing is
Mm-mm.
just absolutely unhinged. So they have like her Google searches, what she's looking for. There are websites where you can have fake sonograms.
What?
Yes. So you can type
Oh,
in, like, I want to show that I'm 9 weeks pregnant. I want to show a sonogram of 10 weeks.
AI makes anything possible these days.
Yes. And so you can put like hospital name, you can put your name, date, time, all that stuff. Everything's fake. Like the world's gone to
Mm-mm.
shit. So anyway,
Mm-mm.
so she is trying to figure out like how to adopt a baby right away, and of course you can't. That's not how it works. You just can't go to Craigslist and buy a baby. True story. That's
No.
part of it. So then she decides, hey, so then she goes past her due date and everybody's like, she's not pregnant. Like this is such a lie. Everything's
hmm
like a lie. And
hmm
so then one of her friends is pregnant and she goes over there. And again, plug your ears. Do not listen to this portion. She kills her, takes the baby. Should I have told you that?
Yes, because I was never going to watch it.
Okay, good.
That was
So,
shocking. Oh my
like,
God. Spoil
yeah.
everything. I don't care.
So she goes over there And she cuts the baby out of her friend's
That
stomach
is fucked up.
and takes the baby and gets pulled over a little bit later. And she's like, I just gave birth to this child. I need to get to the hospital. Like, she's not breathing. She's not breathing. We need to go to the hospital. So they go to the hospital. Sadly, very sadly, the baby doesn't make it.
Yeah.
And so she's trying to convince everybody she had this baby. And they're like, yeah, no, she hasn't. The doctor's like, she hasn't. Ultrasound shows that she's never pregnant, blah, blah, blah. And so, anyway, like the whole story was just,
Wow.
yes, there was a lot going on.
Wow.
Yes. And now, so it's state of Texas. So she, of course,
Mm-hmm.
gets death row because why wouldn't she? And like listening to the father and the father's best friend
Mm-hmm.
have to talk about this was absolutely heartbreaking.
Oh, like the father of the real baby?
The father of the father of the daughter
Oh.
who was pregnant. Like the best friend, there was a toddler in the back bedroom that they had to get to, but in order to
Mhm.
get to her, they had to step over her body. And the dad's like, I can't do it. So the friend went in to go get the baby,
That's
the
dark as
toddler.
shit.
It was absolutely terrible. So she's now one of 7 women on death row, this person.
Understandably.
Oh my God. So anyway, so that was terrible. And Debbie just looked at me like, what the fuck are you making me watch? I'm like, I didn't, I just turned it on because it was like number
Mm-hmm.
one in documentaries. And of course,
Yeah.
once you hit a certain age, you watch all the documentaries. True story.
Or none of them
Whew.
because you know it's too much.
Or none of them, exactly. But I have hit that age where, the 2020s Dateline, like I used to
Oh
always
yeah.
have a standing date on Friday nights with my friend Paula, and we would just be like, which one are we watching? Dateline or 2020? And it'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, let's watch 2020 this week. So
Mm-hmm. I had a
yeah.
coworker once who told me, she's like, I'm weird. I like to listen to the Dateline podcast to fall asleep. And I was like,
Ah,
what?
nightmares.
Which, like,
Yeah.
honestly, again, I don't judge. I just don't understand either.
Right. Right.
Hmm.
So, and I also started watching the show on Netflix. It's called Outlast and it's called The
Yeah.
Jungle. And it's kind of like
Okay.
Netflix version of Survivor-ish, sort of. So what they do is they drop off 16 people and they have
Okay.
to break apart into 3 teams of 5. So there's going to be one person who doesn't get on a team.
Mm,
So then,
oh,
so there's, oh yeah,
so
so
what does that
there's
one person do? Are they a lone wolf?
no. So the rule is you have to, like, you pick your teams. You can either be Alpha, which is the hunting team, or you can be Beta, which is the fire team, or you can be Charlie, which is the like tents, not tents, but like tarp, the I don't know, what
Mm,
am I saying? It's called something.
okay.
Shelter. It's called shelter.
Right.
So then you start playing the game. And so the person who gets kicked out, they have to like, hey, I want to be on this. I'm really good at this. And like, sorry, you're out.
Hmm.
So then they have to go to the other 2 teams to see if they can go on their team or not. And so if not,
Hmm.
they have to shoot a flare. They get 24 hours to plead their case, which it sounds more complicated than it is. It's just basically yeah. At first I was like, this is so boring. Like, why am I watching this? It's because I'm
Hmm.
desperate for like a survivor type thing. But then it got good
Oh, okay.
because it got controversial. And I'm all in it for like, all right, let's go. Because
Hmm.
Team Charlie was 3 men and 2 women. And Team Charlie is the shelter.
Hmm.
And everybody needs something. So like people try to trade and they're like, no, we'll give you some bows if you give some fire. And they're like, no, because fire is the most important thing out here.
Hmm.
Anyway, so there's Charlie, Team Charlie. And these 3 guys, one happens to be an ex-NFL player, and then
Okay.
2 kids, like maybe 20. I can't even tell you. Okay, there's so much to unpack, and I don't want to really go down this rabbit hole because it is
Yeah.
such an interesting rabbit hole to go down. But basically, they treated the women like shit, like
Oh
absolute trash. They
no.
wouldn't let them talk, bullied them. I mean, fuck. I
Mm-mm.
was so, like, went to threads, and I'm like, am I the only one watching this show? And are they feeling the same way I'm feeling? And they just got absolutely like just decimated on threads. Like this whole
Good.
team is like terrible, it's misogynistic, it's like they're terrible to the women.
Mm-hmm.
One woman got kicked out and she actually got on with another tribe because so somebody falls into a fire and burns like 25% of their body.
Oh
So they
my
get taken
God.
out, they get medically taken out. So there's a space. And so she's like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, I promise I'll work really hard, blah, blah, blah. I mean, she has a lot. She talks a lot. She has ADD, but I mean, again, I sympathize. These things
Mm-hmm.
happen. So she was just a lot. And everybody's like, just stop. You talk too much. Stop talking. Get out of here. It was terrible. These guys were absolutely, I hope their families, like, I just hope that they get so much backlash from this. Like this was
Mm-hmm.
like how they talked and like I would have been super embarrassed if they were my sons. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
They were awful, awful. So anyway, they are they you have to have a team has to have two members, at least two members to be still in existence. And if you lose
Yeah.
it, then you're out. So the final team gets to share $250,000.
Whoa.
So you don't want more people on your team. Like five is the max. And you're trying to get
But
rid of
you want
people.
to.
You want two. And you want to be the only two left. So that's kind of the
Mm-hmm.
thing. So the other girl on this team, like she was very quiet and very like to herself. Like they were just giving her so much shit. Like seriously, I wanted to crawl through the TV. That's how
Mm-hmm.
bad they were. And so she ends up, again, this is spoiler, because I think this is kind of fun to talk about. So she works with another team who has two team members, two women. She has secretly worked with them, and she's going to take all their supplies in a kayak. They're the only team that has a boat. And so she's going to take all of the supplies and leave and take the kayak over to where that team is. And she's going to be part of their team now.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So the one girl, the first girl that get kicked off, she ran back and stole all their machetes. So then,
Fuck those
so
guys.
yeah. So they're like, we always have to have somebody in the camp so that this
Mm-hmm.
doesn't happen. So that's what so all the teams had somebody left at camp
So
so
they
that,
can actively sabotage each
oh
other and
yeah,
switch.
they
Oh,
can.
that's interesting.
So that's why it's so different than Survivor, because I think there's only one instance where, they have so
Yeah.
many rules.
It
So,
reminds me more of I can't remember what it was called, but it was the competitive Korean.
was that the 100?
No,
No,
so
that's
it
a
wasn't
show.
Physical
Physical
100. It
100.
was one that we found after that, though, where it was like
Mm.
there were firefighters and there were, I
Mm.
can't remember if it was current or ex-military, and it was like based on profession. And I can't remember if each team was women
Oh,
or not, maybe, but they were absolutely able to sabotage each other
that to
to
me
get to
is
the
like,
end.
I
You couldn't
am,
switch teams. You had to stay with the team.
mm,
I think there was like a team of athletes, but
that
you
sounds
could
familiar.
like
Yeah.
you were basically well, because it was like a game of capture the flag, basically.
Mm.
I think,
Mm.
if I recall correctly, and my memory is famously not the best, so trust
Same,
nothing I've
same.
said.
So I believe you.
Hmm.
I guess there's like maybe one or two episodes left. It was one of those where they drop several per week and then
Yeah.
so I
Yes.
like binged it and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, now I'm caught up. And I think there's an episode that drops tonight. So I don't know if it's the
Nice.
final or not. I think I still might have two episodes left because there are a lot
Hmm.
of people still there. And so it has to be final team. Like whoever finally, and like you have to, like I said, you have to have two people on a team. If somebody gets hurt and it's just you have
Hmm.
to beg to go on another team or you're out type thing.
That's a wow. Okay, this
So
sounds
I think
super
there's
interesting.
like three people and two people. Three, two,
So we
maybe
want the
three,
women
six,
to
seven,
win.
nine. We want the women to win so much because I'm serious. Like I couldn't believe that these guys were saying that in this. Well, fuck. In today's times, of course, anything
They just sound
is
like real
trash.
douchebags.
Big time douchebags.
Hmm.
I mean, it was a whole thing. So it's interesting because it is different. And then there's just the whole element of like you can get away with like taking shit and but
Hmm.
then like this guy was like the NFL player. He's super big. He's like 6'7", and he's like chest bumping these women. I'm like, you cannot be physical, sir. He like gets right in there. It's like, what, are you scared of me? You scared of me? And I'm like, how is this game going on? Like, how are these
That's when I
people
would
filming
uppercut his
it?
nuts because
Right.
I'd be the right height to do
Right, you would, yeah.
it.
So it was just yeah. So it was just it's entertaining. And if women do not win, I'm going to be super mad that I wasted my time on this show. for
Yep.
sure, without a doubt.
Yep.
At least I'm getting my survivor fix,
Yes.
in the
Good.
meantime. So
Good.
that's what I have been watching. What about you? What have you been reading, watching, playing?
All
Talk to me.
right. Still watching Drag Race All Stars season 11. They've introduced the third bracket. I don't know, it's fun. I kind of like that they've done this whole bracket system now. I think
Yeah, you
it's a,
always say that. You like it. Yeah.
yeah, it's a fun variation. I think one of the things that I appreciate about RuPaul's Drag Race is they find new ways to add interesting twists. And it's not necessarily every
Good.
single season, but like to add new elements that we haven't seen before and that are fresh. Like considering they've done 18 seasons of the main show, they're on the 11th season of the All Stars show.
Hmm.
So we're talking about like 29 seasons. So it's pretty cool that they're able to continue to find ways to make
Right.
things a little bit different, introduce surprises, keep people hooked. So it's good. Like, I don't know. I like it. I'm not going to get into sort of the different brackets, but they've introduced Canada is going to be doing its first All Stars ever. So that's
Ooh.
exciting. Canada's Drag Race. And then I just saw a thing. They haven't announced the queens yet, and they're not going to until June 24th, I think.
Hmm.
22nd or 24th, but they're going to do Drag Race Down Under versus the world,
Wow.
which is like whenever they do versus the world is the international all-stars, and that's when you get to see queens from
Oh, from
kind of like
different.
anywhere, yeah, like
Right.
the other franchises across Asia, South America, and well, Mexico as well, from North America, and Europe, which is pretty cool. So they're kind of from anywhere, so I'm looking forward to that. Also interesting, we had friends over on the weekend because I had
Nice.
said recently when they were visiting, I think I want to watch the Birdcage again. They were like, yeah, let's do it. So we watched The Birdcage, and I haven't
Wow.
seen it in probably 20 years or more.
How'd it hit you?
It was very interesting watching it today,
Mhm.
specifically.
Yes.
I laughed a lot. Like there were still a lot of parts where I was like laughing out loud. And of course I was because Nathan Lane is incredibly
Right.
hilarious. And so is Robin Williams, like an absolute comedic genius, but also like so good in those poignant moments. He's an incredible actor. But realizing, so at the time, they're doing a send up of the right and the moral majority, and they're making Gene Hackman so awful. But watching it today and realizing that the right has pushed further right. And so it doesn't feel like a caricature. It
Hmm.
actually, I mean, it sort of does in some ways. There are still some things that are like a little bit kind of over the top.
Right.
But like later on in the movie when Nathan Lane is in drag pretending to be Val's mom and is trying to say these like these things that we would see as incendiary, like how could he possibly say that? And it's like, well, because he's trying to convince Gene Hackman's character that like, yes, I am far enough right. We have, common beliefs and all that. And the one example that stood out for me was they were talking about, oh, Gene Hackman's character says something about, well, it's not right to kill abortion doctors. Like abortion is wrong, but killing the doctors. And Nathan
Mm.
Lane, as Mrs. Coleman, pops up. Well, I think you should kill the mothers. I mean, if they're going to kill the fetuses anyway, they might as well go
Eh.
down with the ship. And I was like, that doesn't even feel like a
Ooh.
joke right now when
Right.
there are
Right.
people like legislators who want to introduce the death penalty for women who get
Unbelievable.
abortions. So it was kind of, we had a really interesting conversation afterwards. It was almost like like a debrief. Like we talked for probably half an hour about what it's like watching now. And one of my friends basically said, like, it felt like a real bummer to see that this movie that was made in the 90s and we
Hmm.
had come so far after that
And then dropped back.
and dropped back.
Hmm.
And I mean, I still think it's a backlash. It's a backlash
Hmm.
because progress was winning, and it's not
Right.
like public support has actually gone down for abortion.
Right.
I'm very glad I saw it. Whoever put Gene Hackman in drag at the end did a fabulous job. He looks amazing. I don't feel like I need to watch it again, especially
Mhm.
anytime soon. But
Right.
I'm very glad that I watched it again. It's a very well constructed movie. It was also interesting to see because it's the son who says, "Can you tone down the whole gay thing?" Because, my bigoted future parents-in-law are coming to visit. And I can see how in the 90s his requests would have actually felt pretty reasonable.
Hmm.
Like, be less visibly gay. And it was interesting to see my friend Ed get angry at that
Mm.
character. What an
Yeah.
asshole. What a
Yeah.
bad son. And it's like that was a nice kind of reminder that, like, yeah, we have come far enough that that actually is a lot of what he was asking for was offensive. Like, sure, maybe have fewer statues with penises on them out in the room, but the whole don't say
Change
anything.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
change yourself, change who you are. And so those moments, like there's the moment where Robin Williams basically says, sure, I'm like that and I wear foundation and I do this, but I like kind of that whole like I've worked for 20 years to be who I am and I like who I am. And I just thought that was his performance is really beautifully done.
Hmm. God, there's a part of me now that wants to go back and watch it, but I'll probably be very angry. Will I? It's been
I
20 years too for me, or however long.
I don't know.
30?
The funny thing is, as far as I know, my friends who were over are straight. I haven't heard anything to the contrary. And they got angry.
Oh. Oh.
I wasn't angry, but I wonder if it is a little different too when you're in the community because, we've been through enough. Like I didn't even
Yeah.
come out to myself until my early 30s, and I recognize now it was because I knew it wasn't safe, given
Right.
the community that I was in, like being in this like deeply religious community. And so I watched and I was able to watch it from this like, oh, isn't it interesting that they were doing
Mm.
this? And like I was paying more attention to like what the narrative was trying to do. And so I think if you're used to breaking down stories all the time, it might be a bit of a different experience too than just like watching and
Right.
experiencing it.
Yeah,
So
that's true. I'll
I
have to
do
think
not
about that
know if
one.
I recommend it to you or not. I think it's up to you, but if you do, I'd be
Ooh,
very curious to know if you agree or
because I know Deb hasn't seen it.
ever.
Never. No.
Wow.
Yeah, no. So, yeah, so so I'm kind of torn. Like, do I want to show her? Because she's very political. Like she is.
Oh,
Yeah,
I feel like it
so
might piss her off.
yeah.
I don't know if it would for you or not. It might.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
I'll think about that one.
And then do you remember last time we talked, I had been reading a book called Madam Hyde by Belmont.
Hmm.
And this was that one night to forever
Yes.
rock star romance.
Right.
Quite spicy. I loved it. Really loved it.
Mm,
Definitely recommend it. Would probably be an official recommendation, except I kind of explained the plot of it last time. And I guess if anybody didn't catch the last episode, the idea is that there's this rock star Persephone Hyder who also goes by Seth. She's like the front woman for a band. She also has this other of a rock band, and then she has this other band that does kind of more less rock, kind of more,
folky. Like, didn't
yeah,
you
I
say
think more
folky? Yeah.
folky. Yeah,
Hmm.
and she's like in like the laundry room or something like that of this woman Lucy who she goes into, or is it a laundromat anyway, but like she goes in there and she sees this woman who like needed to clean her shirt and she takes her back up to her apartment upstairs. They have a great night, they stay in touch. Seth doesn't happen to mention the fact that she's incredibly
Right.
famous and just so happens to be the front woman of Lucy's best friend's favorite band. But Lucy also isn't that aware because she hates that band because her friend always plays it when she's having sex, which I think is a really funny detail. But Lucy is in Australia. Seth is American, goes back to the US. They are able to kind of hook up again, but they stay in touch. They video call, they whatever. It's so
Ah, I love that.
good.
I
It's
love that.
so good. I was really surprised because I read the first book by this author and it was good, but it was kind of, like you read a book and you're like, okay, yeah, I read that book. That was good,
Yeah.
but you're probably not gonna you might not go back to it. But this book, I enjoyed it so, so much. The chemistry was great. The vibes were right. I just, yeah. And I love a celebrity romance.
Hmm.
I think the thing that works so well is like Steph is really drawn to her because this isn't a groupie. This isn't somebody who's like a fan
Right.
who's trying to hook up with her. It's somebody who falls in love with her for her. And there's like never any doubt in that. And they really do make each other
Oh.
better. So yeah, I loved it. I recommend it. And then I read another Harper Bliss book. Harper Bliss, I've been reading on and off back
Oh
since
yeah,
back in
forever.
her, like when she only had short stories on Amazon. Somehow I missed this one. It's called At Your Most Beautiful. It's another age gap romance because she tends to write like she goes with taboo situations before.
Right.
This one felt like a mashup of two of her previous books that I've read before. Because the idea is this takes place in two time periods. And in the first time period, Gwen is 24 years old, recently broke up with her girlfriend who had been much older than her. Like I think this woman had been 51 or something like that, and she had been living with her, and so she like needed somewhere to stay until she could get back on her feet. Moves back to stay with her parents for the summer. Her parents are out on vacation. Their next door neighbor, Maya Mercer, is like 20 years older than her, so like 44. Yeah, I think she's exactly 44. And she seduces Maya. They have one night. It's awesome. She's like, again, and Maya's like, absolutely not, you gotta go home. I had a great time, but you gotta go
But
home.
bye.
Right? And like Maya had never been with a woman before. This is kind of so 10
Oh.
years into the future in New York City. Quinn is a full-time photographer, really, really good at it. Goes to this school. It's like I think it's like a private school for the arts or something like that to photograph one of the new teachers, the new dance teacher who happens to
Mm.
be Maya Mercer.
Mm.
So they kind of like reconnect, get together, and then there's just questions of like, how is the family going to take it? Because, Quinn's parents were friends with Maya. They were her next door neighbor for decades. And Maya has a son that doesn't know she's attracted to women. So how's that going to go?
Oh, how
I
old's
think
the
it's
son?
good.
Roughly.
Oh, he's an adult.
Fuck. He's
He's
fine.
30 at that point. So yeah, he can get over it.
Right.
So I think it was a quick read. It was good. I think if you haven't read her before, and if you haven't read the book where a younger woman sleeps with the neighbor,
Mm.
or the one, I think it's called Summer's something or other, where that one was great actually, but it was one where it was like somebody and their mom's best friend.
Right. Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
if you haven't read those ones,
I
read
read that
this one.
one.
If you
Yeah.
have read those ones, you probably don't need to read this one, or you're going to do what I did and say, this is okay, well, this is like this, and this is like
Yeah.
this. And then it wasn't a normal reading experience, which is like, it's a fine book. It's just my pattern recognition was going off too much. So,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. It's that time. Kris, what is your
Yes.
official
Woohoo.
recommendation today?
Okay, this was a sleeper show that I just started watching, and I was like, hello, this is pretty
Hmm.
fucking decent. And there's a lot of queer rep. It's a show that's on Netflix right now, but originally started on Hulu, and it's
Hmm.
called Shrill.
I saw it and I
Ah,
loved it, but
I
also I
know.
saw it a long time ago, so I don't remember a ton.
Well, let's talk about it. So, first of all, the first few episodes are frustrating, and I'll get into that.
Mm,
So, this cast is heavy Saturday Night Live.
yes,
Aidy Bryant, who's Annie, the star of the show. Julia Sweeney's in it.
that's
Beck
right.
Bennett, yeah. And Fred Armisen and Lorne Michaels produced it. So this 3 seasons of this
Mm,
show. Yeah,
hmm.
so there's a lot of
There's
Saturday
three.
Night
I
Live.
think I can't remember if I saw one or two seasons. I didn't see
Oh.
a third.
Oh, no, there's three. There's three. And they're only
Okay.
like they're short episodes, they're like 24 minutes. And I think there's only like 6 to 8 episodes per season. So like I banged it out in a weekend,
I
like for
gotta go
sure.
to Netflix.
You do, because you probably missed a lot of shit that you probably needed closure
Mm-hmm.
with. So
Mm-hmm.
here's the blurb. Shrill follows Annie, described as a fat young woman who wants to change her life, but not her body. Annie is trying to make it as a journalist while juggling bad boyfriends, sick parents, and a perfectionist boss, while the world around her deems her not good enough because of her weight. She starts to realize that she's as good as anyone else and acts on it.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Mm-hmm.
her life at the very beginning is pure dog shit. I mean, she's so quick to please everybody else and sacrificing herself.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's very meek, and you just want to reach through the television set and shake her a little bit and said, "What are you doing? Why are you making these decisions? Like they're bad decisions for you."
Yeah.
For example, like I think in the first episode, even like she is hooking up with this guy, and his roommates come home, and she gets excited. She's like, "Hey, so maybe now I can meet your roommates. Like I'm here, they're here." And he's like, "No, it's not a good time. I want you to sneak out the back." And
Yeah.
she's like, "Okay." So she sneaks out the back. There's no gate, so she has to hop the fence and she falls. It's like a hot mess. But
Mm-hmm.
like she's just so excited to have somebody in her life, but he treats her like ass. Like it is bad.
Mm-hmm.
So not only is her quasi boyfriend, his name is Ryan, I think. He's just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But her parents are kind of like on her weight. Like her mom
Mm.
especially. Like her dad not so much. Her dad seems more he's more sympathetic to her with her. And he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, your mom's just trying to help you." But she's doing that thing where, "Oh, I'm just doing it for your health, honey." She tries to get her to go on walks, to get her
Yeah.
on diets, her whole life. And it's just, she's just had enough. So she finally decides to write this article, and it's called "Hello, I'm Fat." And she writes
Mm-hmm.
this article for this online, I think it might even be in print too. This takes place in Portland. It's called The
Mm-hmm.
Thorn, and it takes off. So there's like she gets like 19,000 hits on this article. Everybody's praising her. Of course, she has a couple trolls,
Mm-hmm.
but the owner's like, "Hey, maybe he doesn't really like what she writes because he doesn't really like her. He's just
Mm-hmm.
because she wrote one article that had a bunch of clicks, he's still kind of mean to her." So once that article hits, you can see her like confidence grow, and
Mm.
people like giving her validation, like, "You're fantastic, just embrace it. You're fat, enjoy it, love it. We love you. Thank you for showing representation," and just like saying all these really nice things. So her confidence grows and she starts blossoming, and it's just beautiful to see.
Yeah.
There's so much queerness in this show. And it was funny because I literally just started watching it to watch it because I like her.
Mm-hmm.
Aidy Bryant, I like her.
Yeah.
And it was kind of
Isn't she
it was a
wonderful in it?
yes, and it's like a good vibe, and I'm like, I would totally be friends with her. Like she
Mm-hmm.
is so low key in this, and I was like, for sure we would be friends. So
Mm-hmm.
her roommate and best friend is Fran, a big black lesbian who struggles with almost the exact opposite. She's always had body confidence. She's always,
Mm-hmm.
she goes through lovers. Like she goes through lovers and she can just like forget about somebody right away. Whereas,
Mm-hmm.
Annie can't let go of this one guy that she had sex with. She is like
Yeah.
determined to change him, and she doesn't want to give up on the relationship. So she actually puts a lot of effort into keeping this guy around. And you're like, he's terrible. But then he like changes. And so she sticks with him. She's like, "I really want this to work. I really want you to, you're doing this wrong. You're not asking me for this." And so she's telling him how to be a better partner for her. And
Mm-hmm.
he for the most part, he steps up, but then he does some stupid shit. And you're just like, "God damn it. Like, did you not learn anything?"
Yeah.
So yeah. So we have her best friend is queer, who is dating a non-binary person. Annie's boss is a gay man,
Mm-hmm.
and his assistant his assistant is Ruthie, and she is one of the best characters. She is played by Patty Harrison, and she's a trans woman, and she has some of the best lines in the whole movie or the whole series. Like she is
Wonderful.
mean funny, and you're just like, that was terrible to say, but you kind of giggle because
Mm-hmm.
she's like over the top, and she's trying to do this, and this is what she
Yeah.
wants. Like I said, it's a real short series, but there's a lot of growth for
Mm-hmm.
Annie. You sympathize with her, you really start liking her. You understand where she's coming from, why she has the problems she has, why she deals with everything that she deals with, and why she's such a good sport about everything. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some things that people say to her that they're comfortable saying to her, and I'm like, I would never ever think that that would be okay to say.
Yeah.
But anyway, it ends up it's a good series overall. It does, like I said, it tackles a lot of serious issues too. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
fun, lighthearted, but then there's a lot of serious issues that I think they handled well. So
Yeah.
if you like all this and you like queer rep and all different types of queer rep, it's a good series to blow through. I mean, just like a easy breezy, go through it. It's
Yeah.
funny. It makes you laugh. It makes you cry. And again, I would be best friends with Annie and Fran, both for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's my official recommendation. Shrill, and you watched it, so you missed a whole
Yes.
season, which will take you like, 2
I
hours.
I think where I ended it, and you can tell me, maybe I'm wrong and that was the end of the whole thing, but it was the fat camp episode. But
Oh
like
no.
happy,
Mm,
joyous fat camp, not like go to lose weight, but like go hang out with other amazing fat people and find community and
nope. That was not the last season, so you
okay.
need to catch up. But I love like she really embraces, she finds her community. She finds a lot of fat women who are comfortable with themselves and
Mm-hmm.
they're wearing the bikinis and they're owning it, whereas she's always been
Yes.
hiding behind her clothes. And
Yes.
then she just feels the vibe and she gets into it, and she, gets into her swimsuit and she has a good time with everybody and she's just learning to love herself. And I
Yeah.
absolutely adore that. So very good show.
Good.
Highly recommend.
Good
So,
choice.
yeah. So that's my official recommendation. You need to finish it. So finish it. And
Mm-hmm.
what is your official recommendation?
Okay, so my official recommendation is the new release from Haley Cass called The Whole
Oh,
Truth.
yay.
And if you can believe it, this is the first book I've ever read by Haley Cass. I have never read her before.
Look at my face. What?
I know, I know. I get that a lot from people, but here's the thing. Her books are long, which
They are
means
long.
they are a commitment.
That's true.
And like I trust all my friends that are like, you need to read Those Who Wait, or you need to read this one or that one. It's like, yes, I do. And my brain went check and moved on and didn't do that. But this time, I just the premise of it absolutely got me, and I had to check it out.
Tell us the premise.
Okay, so it's about two country music stars. One of them has been at it for almost a decade. Juliet Jacobs, she's like the sweetheart. She has
Mm,
this very kind of like perfect image. Her fourth album has just come out, but she did her debut at 17, so everybody kind of watched her grow up.
mhm.
Darcy Kincaid is kind of like the new star on the scene. The blurb says bold, magnetic, and impossible to ignore. Absolutely. Now, she's not a solo artist like Juliet is. She's a part of a band with her sister and her best friend called We the
Mm,
Romantics. And they've
mm,
just had so they self produced their first album and it ended up being this like massive, massive, massive hit that took everybody kind of by storm.
mhm.
And Juliet doesn't like her. And I'll get into that kind of in a bit. But so this
Oh.
is very much like a an enemies to lovers situation. And their rivalry catches the attention of a lot of people, but then they have to work together on a project in person and realize that like, okay, I hate you, but I'm extremely
Mm.
attracted to you. And so neither of them are out also. And so it's like,
Oh, well, yeah,
listen,
that makes sense. Country.
listen, I might hate you, but I do like sex. What do you
Oh,
think? And so,
okay.
right. And so they kind of come up with an arrangement, extremely casual and extremely secret
Mm,
because, country music is not the most
right.
forgiving of industries. I love kind of this like final tagline on it. The only thing more dangerous than sneaking around with your nemesis, developing real feelings for her.
Ah, good
Isn't that
one.
fun?
That's a good one.
Yeah, so the blurb like hints at this rivalry, but I'm gonna explain it because it's like the very, very beginning of the book, and it's so fun, and I think it's so interesting, and it shows kind of something different than I've seen in very many books. It starts out and it's the night of this particular awards show. Juliet's new album is out and she's so proud of it. And her album is up for an award and she feels like she should get it. But We the Romantics gets the award. And so she's hurt. She's
Oh.
frustrated because she put
Oh.
all her heart and soul into it. She leaves. She's like, I need to get some space. She goes kind of out the back entrance and there's somebody there with a microphone. And she
Uh-oh.
ends up saying something shitty about
Hmm.
Darcy, not about We the Romantics, but very specifically about Darcy. And that leads to a feud because Like I said, Darcy is bold. She's whatever. Like she doesn't take things lying down. And
Hmm.
so this leads to like I really loved the back and forth that happens because we see like it shows social media posts, snippets from articles, snippets from podcast transcripts. So we get this the overall buzz around their rivalry and some of that carries throughout the book. So we'll see like album reviews,
Oh,
social
that's
media
cool.
posts,
Yeah.
text to each other, but like bringing in other forms of media to show kind of the outward perception of what's happening between them at any point in time. And then we see two other things happen throughout it. We see Darcy, who is acting very much in character because she can't help herself but react. That's just how she is. So even though, her sister, her best friend, their publicist, their whoever are like, stop reacting. What the fuck are you doing? She can't help react because it's like, you're going to punch me, I'm going to punch you back.
Right.
But we also see, and this is where it's kind of an interesting way of seeing into who they are. Juliet is acting very much out of character because she has such a good girl brand, but
Yeah.
she's so pissed off and hurt that she can't help but lash out. And so I love seeing this like one of them is acting like themselves, the other one is very much not. And they even end up writing diss tracks about each other.
Dang.
Like country music diss tracks, how fun is that? And then somebody online mashes them together so it sounds like, and everybody's like, oh my God, this is like the best duet ever, even though it was never meant to be a duet. And so then that's what leads to them being asked to work on a project together, like to work on a song for a movie.
Mm.
And that's how they have to start actually spending time in person. You know, Juliet is a lesbian. She's neither of them are out, but like she's very much not out to anybody in the world
Oh.
except her long-term fake boyfriend and the occasional people she's slept with along the way. But when she finds out Darcy is queer, she's like, how convenient is this? I hate her and I think I deserve to win that album,
Oh shit.
but fucking is nice.
Okay. I thought s-
And she is attracted to her, like very much so. And so it's this like, how about it? And that chemistry is it's just so good because they go from so they start off just as full on enemies or nemesis, whatever, to I would say they're actually enemies with benefits before becoming friends with benefits.
Ah.
Like they still don't like each other when they sleep together the first time. Not
How
really.
how does that happen?
It's well,
How does
there's
that work?
they don't know each other well enough to like each other and there was a lot
Mm.
of animosity with that public feud, but they also know that they're very much attracted to each other because they're
Mm.
also both hot. Like, let's just be honest, they're both really hot. And it just works. And then over time, and they find opportunities to meet up. Like it's often at Juliet's house, but it's sometimes when one of them is on tour, the other one will fly out
Oh wow.
for a hookup kind of thing. Right. Cause like Juliet's like she's rich. She's been at this, she's been very successful for a decade. And then that first album for We the Romantics has sold very, very well. So it's not like Darcy is, she's not hurting for money anymore. But they start to like genuinely care about each other. Juliet has migraines, and I thought that was seeing migraine rep as a
Oh
fellow
yeah.
migraine
Right.
person. But what I really loved was seeing, Darcy show care for her through that, even and like helping her with it here and there.
Mm.
There are also some other really fun details. Like they're the same age. They're the exact same age. They were born on the same day. I think that's kind of
Wow.
like a cute sort of little coincidence
Right.
thing. They've been working on music for roughly similar times, but Juliet has been famous for so much longer because she had help and like big time kind of like financial help, somebody with the resources to help her build a career made that happen, although it's one of those like blessings in disguise because it's
Mm.
her stepdad who's a gigantic dickhead that I wanted to punch in the
Ugh.
throat a lot. But Darcy's also been working on music for a decade. So even though it's like, well, where did you come from? You didn't put in your dues. And it's like, yeah, she did put in her dues in like dive bars and stuff.
Yeah.
And so she's been at it for about a decade. But also, there's something so interesting there because Darcy had been such a big fan of Juliet's from the very beginning, like a really
Mm.
big fan, only for the first time she finds out Juliet is even aware of her is for her to make like a really big dig.
That sucks. Yeah.
Right. And so I
That
think that's
sucks.
also like there's an element of that that kind of drives how hard she hits back. But there's some like really beautiful moments as they get to know different things about each other, including the fact that Darcy had been a fan. So I really loved it. I will also say this is the first time I've read a book about musicians where I genuinely wanted to go and listen to the music. I was like, I should go find that song on Spotify. Oh, these aren't real
It doesn't
people.
exist. Yeah.
It doesn't exist. These are not real people at all. I can't go find it. And I also, part of me wonder if it's because I also love the band name We the Romantics. It just worked. It made so much sense for them and for what they do and why they do it. Unsurprisingly, this is a story that kind of gets into why do some celebrities stay closeted, whether it's somebody who's building
Right.
an audience or somebody who's been famous for a long time, that there's real consequences.
Hmm.
I had a really hard time putting this one down. And actually, the way I went about reading it, I didn't skip ahead at all, by the way. Also, update,
Oh,
I am almost never skipping
oh,
ahead anymore.
yay.
I was talking to Neil about it. The only reason I skip ahead at this point is
Don't
if
ruin
I'm,
it.
hmm?
Just don't ruin it. Just say I don't skip ahead. Boom. Done.
No, no, no. My reason is if I'm reading a book and it feels extremely mid, if I'm just, it's like, it's just so flat. And I'm like, is this even worth reading?
Mm.
And I'm basically skipping ahead to see if there's anything that's worth slogging it through. I don't
Oh,
want to shock you. Most
still.
of the time, the answer is no. I get there and I'm like, oh no, and then I bail from the book. So I did not skip
Ah,
ahead, but what I did do is I
mm.
noticed I've been trying to be much better with my sleep hygiene, and I'm like really respecting my sleep. And I realized it was quite hard to put down, and I had 3 hours left, and I managed to stop, and I was like, and we're not reading anymore until the weekend
Oh,
when I can read for just
brave.
read it all in one shot, and that is what I did.
Nice
Who
control.
knew I
Who
had
are
it
you?
in me? I didn't know I had it in me. It was this idea that like it is so good, I must wait to read it so that I don't
It's
completely
like a
bork my sleep.
reward. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that's good. I
Which I
love that.
think because I've been doing the sleep thing to help with the migraines. So I also like that it's a book about that includes a migraine sufferer. And so it's me as a
Right.
migraine suffering reader saying, I cannot provoke a migraine with this book.
Right. It works.
Honestly, I loved it. I got to the end. I loved how it ended. And I read it on Kindle Unlimited. And then I immediately purchased my own copy.
Nice. Nice.
Mhm. It's called The Whole Truth by Haley Cass. Highly recommend. I'm sure I will be going back and reading more from her catalog,
Oh, yeah.
but maybe in a little bit when I have space for another book that's like 600 pages.
Right. Right.
I'm going to be going on a vacation at some point this summer. I'm not saying when, because people don't need to know when my house will be empty. It's not their business.
Right.
But maybe I think that would actually be a really good time. So maybe that's when I'll read Those Who Wait. I will report back if I do. That is all for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. As always, if you're new, if you haven't listened before, you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe on your podcast app so that you can get notified when we release a new episode. And if you want to do something to really help us, if you think there's somebody who would like anything we've talked about today, just send them the link. Tell them to come check it out and listen to it. And if you want to support us, we also have a link in our show notes to our coffee.
Hey. Or if you want to connect with us on your favorite social media sites, we have links in the show notes for that too. Or you can just search for us or just email us at podcast@crayleyrecommended.com. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.